If you are looking for a really easy way to bring some Christmas cheer to any part of your house, you need to get into this. We are going to make our own Christmas bows. They are absolutely beautiful. You can use them in garland, you can use them on wreaths, you can put them pretty much anywhere, and they're really easy to do. I'm going to show you how. Before we get started, let's talk about what you need. You obviously need some ribbon. The higher quality, the better. And as far as ribbons go, you want to make sure that there's wire in it. That just makes it a lot easier to shape, and that's kind of the bow I'm going to show you. You also would like some 22 gauge wire, or you can use some pipe cleaners. Pipe cleaners remind me of just like every craft I ever did, like with my mom or my grandmother growing up. Lots of my grandmothers actually did crafts. So pipe cleaners, and I'm obsessed with these. These are rounded top needle nose pliers. So they're really easy to twist wire and things like that. And you also need a really good pair of scissors. And if you're like me, you would also like to have a cup of tea. So let's get a cup of tea going. Hot! Perfect. Now we have everything we need. I also put my creamer in this little cow. You're welcome. Let's get this bow started. Unravel your ribbon just a little bit, and from the end, the first thing you want to do is just create a loop. All right, so it's kind of like an ocean wave going this way. You're just going to go this way towards the length and create a loop. And I'm not going to make a huge bow right now, so that'll sort of determine the size. And then you gather it. So you really want to gather the bottom and keep that there, okay? So then you keep going and you make another loop. So the length is on this side, so the loop will be on this side. And then you gather it in the same exact place, okay? And now the length is over here, so I'm going to make another loop over here, gather it, and join it. So my fingers are just keeping everything together. Now the length is over here, and then I can do the final loop. Okay, I'm gonna do like a double tie. And then if you want tails, I call them tails. I guess that's what they're called. You just create a little bit of length here. And however long you want. And then basically what I'll do is I'll cut them in the center. So I'm just gonna go a little longer, perfect. And I will add that to it. Great. And then I can cut the excess off. Now I can take a pipe cleaner and just run it through all that area that was gathered. Just give it a little twist. And then you can see that you've got this double bow. Look how cute we are. And then I'm just gonna take the full length here, smash that off, and then you can just cut that, and then that way you know they're totally equal. I like to do what they call dovetail. So you're just gonna fold it in half and then cut down to the edge. Okay, there you go. Fold it in half, cut down to the edge, and we are just dovetailing away over here. Now, I am not a huge fan of how this pipe cleaner looks, so we are going to cover that. We've got a little plan here, so I'm just gonna flatten all that out. I'm gonna take a length, about 6 inches here. Let's see here, about 6 inches. And then you can fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, and then you're just gonna wrap that little folded piece right around to the back. And then you just splay out your little pipe cleaner, and then I'm just gonna tie this in a knot. That's why having like 6 inches is good, because then you can get it nice and tight. It won't go anywhere. Looks good, okay. Now we just take the little pipe cleaners and we give it a little twist, I don't know why everything is little. I'm saying everything's little. And then you can just cut off the excess. Cut off the excess. And we have a freaking cute little bow. And I like the center being covered like that. I just think it looks really classic and nice. I'm not really into like crazy bows. I'm into the classics. I mean, come on, it's a bow tie, you guys, like seriously. And you just can kind of fluff it and move things around. And then you keep these little tails so that these little tails in the back so that you can hang it or tie it or whatever you need to do. I just did the black so that it'd be easy for you guys to see what is going on. But honestly, once it's up, you're not even gonna see it. So it won't really be in my way. All right, let's make another bow. This one is gonna start by measuring out where you want those little long tails to go. So I'm just gonna do about 5 inches. And then I'm just gonna take a length and I'm gonna do the loop thing again. So I'm just gonna go over and make a loop, but instead of flipping it under, I'm gonna flip it on top. And then I'm just gonna give it a little pinch right here in the center, okay? Then I'm gonna go to the other side. This kind of reminds me of tying my shoes. And I'm going to do another little loop and pinch that. If you just want a simple package bow, this would work totally fine. But I want to put this on top of a wreath or something like that. So I'm actually going to add another little layer. So I'm just going to go over the top one more time. And I'm going to make this one just a little bit shorter. And at this point, it's really easy to see like how much shorter. So I'm going to go about 1 inch from the edge, pinch that, and then I'll flip it over. I will go 1 inch from the edge here. And then just give that another little pinch. Oh, I shorted myself here. That looks good. Kind of eyeball it, make sure that everything looks good. Then I can just take a length of the 22 gauge wire, cut that off, and then I'm just going to wrap that wire nice and tight right in the center there. And I love this one. It's so cool. This just looks like a tuxedo bow tie kind of moment. And what I like to do with these is I like to just fill out the centers, okay? So it's not as poofy of a bow. So you just fill out the centers, okay? And then you just pinch the edge. So just go to the edge, and if you've got a nice ribbon, it'll work out just fine, and just pinch the edge. And this just makes it look nice and crisp, but full at the same time. The other thing that we can do is we can also do our little trick where we take the length of it and we're just gonna fold a little bit. So this is about, let me see here. This is about 6 inches or so of ribbon, and then you just fold it inside, and then you can wrap that around the front, flip it over, give that a little tie, nice and tight. You gotta do this while watching Christmas movies and enjoying yourself. Otherwise, it'd be boring. I mean, look how cute. I really like finishing off the centers. I just do. So then that's nice and tied. So now I can just take and finish twisting this wire around. It's always better to have a little too much wire than cut yourself short. So we'll just leave that. And then I'm not gonna cut the bottom until I figure out where I'm gonna put this, but I'll just dovetail the edges of those as well. All right, so whichever style you are into, I hope you are having a flawless holiday and that this video inspired you to get your bow game going strong. This is my first year of having any kind of bow game, and I'm very here for it. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what other tips or tricks you wanna know more about in the comment section, and I will leave you comments back, all right? I will talk to you all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.